If you're a first home buyer or investor, then there are 7 massive legislative changes that will be enforced from the 1st of July this year that you need to know about now. The 7 legislative changes that will be introduced by our favourite government is, number 1, the big bank levy tax. Stay tuned on how that affects your current rate. Number 2, the electricity bill hike in Queensland. Number 3, the council rates hike in Queensland. Number 4, the land tax surcharge in Queensland. Number 5, the capital gains tax hike for foreign investors. Number 6, saying goodbye to travel deductions for your investment property. And finally, some good news, first home buyers access to voluntary superannuation for their first deposit. Now let me give you the breakdown. As you know, I'm Quang Huynh, author and speaker. My book, Keep Calm and Mortgage On, if you haven't read it, which I stress you do, talks about the upcoming GFC that will hit us and affect our ability to keep calm and buy more property. With the cost of living going up, property prices going up, and now taxes relating to property purchases are also going up from the 1st of July, makes you think, what the hell is going on in Australia? Like, being an investor is a crime these days. Why are investors punished for what seems like a cash cow for the government in boosting our economy? Why are there so many measures being put up to discourage investor activities? I mean, let's take a look at the 7 legislative proposals made by the government. Well, they're not proposals, they are changes that are enforced now, whether you like it or not. Number 1, the big bank levy. Did you know Treasurer Scott Morrison will be passing on a $6.2 billion levy on the big 5 banks, which include CBA, ANZ, NAB, Westpac, and Macquarie Bank? They'll be hit with a $1.5 billion a year tax up to $6.2 billion. What does that mean for you? It means your rates are going to go up. You expect the bank to just cop that on the chin and not pass it on to their customers? One outcome will come out of this. For a start, non-banks and small lenders will now be the go-to bank for savvy investors who are sick of being stuck in the politics between the big banks and the government. There are small lenders who are giving great rates at the moment for investors. Number 2, electricity bill hike in Queensland. If you're purchasing in Queensland as a homeowner, and especially regional Queensland, expect your electricity bill to increase by 3.3% and 4.1% if you're running a small business. Number 3, the council rate hike in Queensland. If you're purchased in Queensland, you expect of up to a 3.45% increase in your council rates, thanks to the Queensland government. Number 4, the land tax surcharge in Queensland. If you're a foreign owner of an investment property in Queensland, expect a 1.5% land tax surcharge for any properties over $350,000. This is on top of other land tax payable. What a great way to discourage foreign investment. Number 5, CGT hike for foreign investors. Again, we're trying to bash out the foreign investors, and what better way to do it is to increase the capital gains tax withholding to 12.5%. And this applies to any property from $750,000 onwards. It used to be for properties $2 million onwards. But hey, let's throw in a wider net to those foreign investors. Number 6, say goodbye to travel deductions for investment properties. As of 1st of July, the ATO will disallow deductions related to inspecting, maintaining, or collecting rent on your investment property. Just by not allowing deductions on travel expenses related to your investment property alone, the government expects to save around $540 million of tax deductions given out over the next 4 years. What a great idea, ATO! While your Deputy Tax Commissioner goes out and gives his son and his mates a $165 million tax break that we apparently found out now, I don't know which one is a bigger fraud. Last but not least, number 7. First home buyers can access their super for their first deposit. Voluntary contributions into super can be accessed from 1st of July 2018 and pull out that for the deposit, which means you can contribute up to $15,000 of voluntary super in 1 year and $30,000 in total and pull that out for a deposit for your first home. Which leads me to conclude, the government is now forming a nanny state to protect first home buyers and slow down investors. I believe in the next 2 years, legislations and bank policies will be in favor of first home buyers. It'll be definitely a first home buyers market. I mean, big banks are now shelling out rates as low as 3.69% if you can prove you're a first home buyer. And that was 3 weeks before the legislative changes So that proves that even the banks know what they're going to be in for with the next 2 years. So if you're a first home virgin, I strongly encourage you to stay tuned with my next few video posts, because this is your market and this is your time to shine in taking up some really great deals that your investor mates will envy. Until next time, keep calm and mortgage on.